What's up, guys? Welcome back to another discussion with the MR.NOLDS organization. Today, we have a very interesting topic. We're gonna break some hearts today. But before anything, I am your host, MR.NOLDS. This is the discussion. Subscribe right now. Hey, I got some guys in the room. They make me laugh. But subscribe on the hit that notification bell and subscribe to the channel right now. And share this with one of your friends. Wait, not just one to three people. Three to seven. 3 to 7 people share this video right now with them. Today we have an interesting discussion. I'm with a few guys in the studio, in-house, and we're going to be talking about health. Because, here at the MR.NOLDS organization, we teach young men and women how to live a well-balanced life by educating them in the areas of health, wealth, social life, and spirituality. Last week we spoke a little bit about money, wealth, and under wealth was credit. But this week we're going to touch on a little bit about health. So with no further ado, we're going to get into the topic. Okay, so to be more specific about health, today we're going to talk about breakfast. So for a lot of you guys that don't know, which I didn't really pay attention, the word breakfast is really break and then fast. So not too long ago, I got introduced to fasting. I never knew there was a such thing called fasting. But for those who don't know, fasting is basically when you go without eating food. Now you could drink water because water do not have no calories, and it will not trigger no insulin or none of your levels. So yes, you can drink water while fasting, but you cannot eat any food, and you cannot drink any liquid that has sodium, that has sugar, and those type of things. So a fast, like I said, is any time that you are abstaining from food or anything with calories in it, such as drinks, like soda. So even though you're not eating, you're not drinking as well. But you can drink water, only water. So now back to the word breakfast. So the word breakfast is break and then fast. So a lot of us, we grew up hearing breakfast. Let's eat breakfast. And then another thing we grew up listening to, which baffled me when I learned about this, was the word breakfast, no, not the word breakfast, the saying. I know we all heard this saying: breakfast is the most important meal of the day. We all have heard this, but how about if I tell you that was a lie? How about if I tell you that was made up? That was not scientifically proven that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. And even if it is the most important meal of the day, there is certain foods you're not supposed to eat when you first break your fast. So breakfast meaning, we go to sleep, and typically we sleep between 6 to 8 hours. So that 6 to 8 hours we're not eating. So you're in a fasted state because you're not eating. So now when you wake up, the first meal you have, it breaks your fast. Because remember, when you're not eating, you're fasting. So when you're sleeping, you're fasting. So when your first meal that you have, you're breaking a fast. That's why it's called breakfast. Now, with breakfast, so in the early 19th century, right? Early 19th century, the line breakfast is the most important meal of the day was invented by a Seventh-day Adventist by the name of James Caleb Jackson and John Henry Kellogg. John Henry Kellogg. Okay?
Yeah.
Kellogg makes most of these cereals. So I'm giving you guys the facts. These two guys invented the phrase breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Why? Because they wanted to sell more cereal. At that time, cereals was not selling. You guys could do the research yourself. I gave you their name. James Caleb Jackson and John Henry Kellogg. Cereal, you know, they were trying to get like the kids to eat cereal, the parents to like, you know, because cereal, like they wanted to make money, of course. And these people, they're like, wait, how can we get these people to buy more cereal? So what they did was, it was like, okay, if we make them realize the first meal they have is important, they would want to eat something early in the morning. But what was the problem? A lot of times people will miss their meals in the morning because when you first wake up, a lot of times you're rushing to go. So cereal would come in perfectly because why? Cereal is just pour, boom, get it, and go. You prepare your cereal in like 2 minutes, not even 2 minutes. 1 minute and you go. Other breakfasts, like if you make some eggs and toast and whatever, that'll take like, you know, a little time. So that was like, okay, if we get them to think that breakfast is the most important meal of the day, and plus they don't have time, yo, cereal would just fall perfectly into place because, yo, they can make the little bowl of cereal in a few seconds. So they started pushing that out, and they did different things to push that out. So now we adopted, that's why now in the 20th century, we all adopt breakfast is the most important meal of the day. And all of us here, at some point, we used to kill cereal, or we still are killing cereal, like meaning like we eat it a lot. I remember me, man, 1 bowl was not enough. I had to have 2 bowls, and then based on the season, I'll switch from Frosted Flakes to Cookie Crisps to Pops to S'mores to the list of the cereals goes on. I know people love the Apple Jacks and the Fruit Loops, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Oh, Cinnamon Toast Crunch was another one. I was not into the Fruit Loops, but Cinnamon Toast Crunch, I can tell you that one was fire. So yeah, so you know, especially our parents, they gotta work in the morning, so like they'll just like, yo, take some cereal, go to school, da da da. But we did not know what this was doing to us. There's been research that find, you know, okay, first, now remember I said, when you first wake up, the first meal you have, that's what break your fast. Now your body is very sensitive because why? You didn't eat nothing. Your stomach is empty, right? And when you're sleeping, your body is detoxing. So your body is sensitive. When you first wake up, you want to put back all the nutrients that while you were sleeping, you know, that left your body because you were detoxing. So when you first wake up, instead of putting nutrients in your body, you put a bunch of junk food. Now that is why some of us, we wake up, I don't wake up at this time, but some people wake up at 10 a.m. By 12, they're tired. They tired. Why? Because they had the sugary cereals, they had the pancakes, they had the waffles, they had the eggs, they had the bacon, they had all that type of breakfast. But I want to tell you what that do to you. When you first wake up, like I said, your body is at a sensitive state. So, fun fact, do you know when you first, your body use majority of okay, so before I get to that, you eat, the reason why we eat is not just for pleasure. Because a lot of us, we eat for pleasure. But God created eating to fuel our body. It's not so I could be like, man, this is delicious, man, this fine. No, it was to fuel your body and to heal your body. So the food you eat now, it gives energy to your body. And it does, of course, other stuff. It gives nutrients to your body. But the energy that from the food we eat, majority of it goes towards breaking the food that we eat. So I don't know if anybody heard that. Yeah. So we eat food for energy, but majority of the energy we get when we eat, some of that energy, a large portion of that energy goes towards breaking food that we eat to make more energy. So what does that mean? Certain foods, it takes more energy to break them down. So the heavy saturated fats, the sugary foods, the meat, like especially red meat, all these things, it takes more energy for your body to break them down. So that's why you'll have a bowl of cereal, you'll have the pancakes, you'll have the French toast, you'll have the eggs, and then like maybe like, let's say 30 minutes to 40 minutes, you start getting tired. That is because when you eat all that sugary food from the cereal, from the French toast, from all that stuff, the high sodium food, the high carbs, for 30 minutes you have an insulin spike. So you're spiking, so you're like, you feel like, man, you're alert, you're all over the place. But then after that 30 minutes, hour, you just crash. And you're just trying to basically like, you're just trying to get through the day.
Right.
So by 2-3 hours, you're just trying to get through the day, because now all that sugar, all that sodium, all that carbs, now like your body is taking so much energy to break it down, and your insulin spikes so high that now it's like you crash, and you're just like, and you're barely. That's why a lot of people don't get a lot accomplished throughout the day, because it's not only physically you feel tired, but mentally you're drained. So like, you're not really getting the best you. But now I want to tell you how to avoid that. Now, this is how you get more energy throughout your day. When you first wake up, you want to hydrate your body. You want to hydrate your body. So when you first wake up, what I mean by hydrate, not juice, not soda. Hydrate your body with water. You need to put some H2O in your body. Hydrate your body with some water. So now, one of the few things you can do, you want to hydrate your body with water. Like I said, based on your body weight will determine how much water you need. But at least, I'll say at least 1 to 2 cups of 8 ounces. Now, if you want to go a little more advanced, normally when I wake up, I'll put some limes. I do limes over lemons because limes hold stronger properties, which I don't want to go into. But I put a half a cup for each 8 ounce. I put a half of a lime. I squeeze it in there. Some mornings I'll put some Himalayan salt in there, and then I'll drink that. But if I'm that's when I'm not fasting. If I'm fasting, I don't want to like interrupt anything. I'll just, you know what? I'll put the lime, because that don't break the fast. I'll put the I'm not talking about a spiritual fast for those who do spiritual fast. This is for health benefits. So I'll put the half a lime. That's when I am fasting, just a half a lime, and then that's it. But there's some days when I'm not fasting. I'll in each 8 ounces of water, or just one, I'll put a little Himalayan salt, and I'll put the lime in there. Boom. Now there are some mornings I'll just drink water, and there are some mornings I'll add maybe 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, and then maybe a little pinch of Himalayan salt and a little bit of lime. Boom, I'm good to go. Now, like I said, those are more the advanced way to hydrate your body when you first wake up. The Himalayan salt, Himalayan salt has a lot of minerals in there. The lime, lime helps you, since you just woke up, your body detox, so it helps you flush out whatever, you detox throughout the night, and things like that. Now, the apple cider vinegar, you want to do your own research, because it helps not only detox, but it helps, just keep you stabilized. So you could do your own research on those things. But you want to hydrate. That is the first step to obtaining more energy for the day. So yeah. Now, afterwards, after hydration, if you're not fasting, if you're not doing intermittent fasting or a dry fast, whatever, the next things you want to put in your body after hydrating, you want to eat some fruits. Fruits give you energy. Now, because you were fasting, your body will absorb whatever you put in much faster. So because you were fasting, because you were sleeping, you didn't eat nothing, when you wake up, that's why it don't take long for your sugar to spike or for you to feel tired, because your stomach is empty. So your body is quicker to absorb whatever you put in. So now after you hydrate, you put the fruits. You put fruits in your body. Not only you have antioxidants, you have a whole bunch of stuff that the fruits offer that will basically charge you up. Fruits are a natural way to energize yourself. Fruits. If you want to energize yourself, get you some fruits. Now, I normally have some fruits and I have a bowl of oatmeal. I avoid dairy milk, which we will make another video on why you don't want to consume dairy milk. So there are countless other alternatives like oat milk, almond milk, cashew milk, and so forth and so on. Me, I use almond milk that has a little vanilla flavor, but which is unsweetened. I don't get the sweetened one. I used almond milk with a little bit of vanilla flavoring, unsweetened, and then I put that in my instant oatmeal, and I make that go. 5 minutes, we got breakfast. I have a question for you. What is one thing that you're eating right now? Like, what is something you're eating that you're going to stop eating so you can get more energy? What is one thing that you're eating right now that you're going to stop eating so you can get more energy from your mornings?